I actually wasn't planning or going to do a video on any of the riots or the reasonings, what have you, about what's been going on in Europe and in a lot of places, different places in the world. But I just saw Pat Condell's video, Britain is a Riot, and listened to his bullshit, shallow reasoning about that only happened because there's not enough cops to crack some hooligans' heads. They're not able to defend the innocence of the world because because they've limited their abilities and taken away their guns, and the entitlement mentality has gotten to the point where blah 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 blah. Normally I like Pat. I can see his ideas. Excuse me, breakfast. But on this one, I'm gonna call bullshit on it and add to some more reasonings for it to happen. Like I've heard said many times before from other YouTubers, and I think it was actually on the news, believe it or not, that this kind of thing doesn't happen in times of economic positive. If it's a good economy, if everybody has money and if everybody's happy, people don't riot like this. On the whole, they don't riot like this. There's occasions, but where they do, but normally they don't. Everybody has jobs, everybody has money, people have health care, people are healthy and they've got stuff to do and they see that their life is moving forward. They don't smash in other people's windows or throw bricks at other people's heads, in general. But the one thing that one of the things I keep hearing a lot of politicians talk about is jobs. Well, if we could just change our tax or reform our taxes and we can rededicate ourselves to getting jobs for the public. Rededicating yourselves to getting jobs for the public. To spur our economy onward. It's all about jobs. And I'm going to call bullshit on that. They may actually believe that. I don't think they do, but they might. I'll give them the slight benefit of the doubt on that. But what they're failing to realize, and my particular hobby and passion, is technology. All these jobs that everybody's losing that aren't coming back, or that they can't seem to find any more of, and that the governments want to bring back, and the people are saying we need more jobs. All those jobs that they're talking about are never coming back. Never coming back. These are jobs for uneducated, untrained, basic run-of-the-mill manufacturing, ditch digging, basic untrained labor jobs are going away forever. There was just an article I was reading, Slashdot, I believe it was, where they were saying that China is replacing 1 million jobs with robots. 1 million low-pay, uneducated or untrained labor is going to be replaced by simple robots. And that's going to happen over and over and over again. And the robots are going to become less and less simple and start doing more and more of our labor, of our jobs. They took our jobs! And those are jobs that are never going to come back. Ever. So when people start decrying, oh, there's not enough money, there's not enough jobs, and politicians are going, well, we're going to rededicate ourselves, what do they plan on doing exactly to invent jobs? The only way I see it is to stop progress forward and get rid of robots and technology. That's not going to happen, obviously. But the way I see it, and I'm just an uneducated schmuck like the rest of us, is a social strife and a systemic strife against the system that's no longer operable. the Zeitgeist movement. And I know as soon as I say that, everybody's going to go, oh, the Zeitgeist. It's all about using technology to better mankind, essentially. And it is taking into account that these jobs aren't going to be here anymore, and the monetary system no longer functions. Once you have a society that has no work or income, but there's robots to take place of it, and there's corporations that are wanting money for the product still, you have a massive society that has no money, and a giant corporation that has lots of product that can't get rid of it. And what are they making the product for? So the system is breaking down, and it's going to start breaking down faster and faster, and it's going to fucking hurt. It's gonna hurt. It's coming, and there's nothing we can do about it. I tend to embrace it. I think in the end, of course, technology is going to be the savior of mankind, or its destructor. Pick one. I'll pick savior. But as the current system is now, it's going to continue getting worse and worse. The poor are going to continue getting poorer and poorer because their jobs that they normally do are never coming back, and they're never going to find another source of income. Simple. Unless they get higher education. But they're not going to get that because we're voting to get rid of, or our politicians are deciding to get rid of those entitlement programs where people are getting educated for more skilled labor. Can't have that. But I believe that's also a losing battle because skilled labor is going to start disappearing just as fast in the near future. I don't have an answer for this video, but I think for me, just listening to Pat Condell rant on and on about it's not enough police to bust heads and it's entitlement mentality and they're throwing tantrums is total bullshit. So it's whenever there's somebody saying this is the one answer and this is the reason, if there's one or two answers, they're fucking wrong. Life is way more complicated than a one answer. Good luck.